think there's a lot we can do to rethink the way our elementary school grades and the time we spend in elementary school is set up. And one of the things that comes through in a lot of the research that we've done and many others have done is that children may not have enough time to communicate themselves and to ask questions about what they're seeing or reading. So one of the things that we pursue in this book and in some other work is what it would look like to take a much more integrated approach to literacy that includes the use of tools that help children communicate their own ideas. There's an example that we offer in the book of a first grade classroom where children are singing a song every morning about the weather, and one child pops up and says, I don't even really like this song. And in this moment, the teacher has the good sense to ask why. Why don't you like this song? And suddenly this wonderful conversation flourishes where kids throughout the room are talking about what they don't like about the song. And it leads to a moment where they start writing down on an easel, a pad with paper, what words they wish were in the song were not in the song. So there's a great literacy moment there, but the teacher takes it even further and recognizes that the kids could design the song themselves, and they could use audio recorders and video to produce a new song for not just their classroom, but for the whole school. And it ends up with a song that's produced and broadcast to the whole school by the end of the exercise. But it's an example of how you can take something that's as small as just one child's question and their inquiry and build it out into something that builds all sorts of literacy skills for them in communicating and reflecting on what they've heard, and writing, yes, and reading too. I do think this raises some really interesting questions about the way we block off time during the school day and how much time teachers are allowed to have some flexibility in going with a child's question and allowing something to kind of unfold that's not exactly a scripted experience. So that plus the need to think about how to use new tools like video cameras and help children make movies even at ages as young as 6 or 7 years old. And that does require some reconceptualization of what those elementary school years look like.